Mm. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's podcast where we unravel the messy human side of relationship. Today's topic is one of many of us have lived through but rarely talk about. Why do we cling to our exes even when someone new is offering us love? You might have been the heartbroken person who leaned on a friend for comfort, only to push them away when things got real. Or maybe you've been the new person who left wondering, was I just a rebound? Um, Joining me is my friend Bisal, who is bravely sharing the story of grief, guilt, and growth. We'll pack the psychology behind the cycle, from brain chemistry to social myths, and explore how to heal without hurting others. Let's get started. And welcome to the segment one, the science of heartbreak. So, Mr. Bisal, after you break up, you grew close to Audrey. What drove that connection, even when you were ready for a relationship?
Uh, Thank you, Mr. Gautraj, for inviting me to this podcast. For your question, I was Eric. My ex was all I thought about. The good memories, the what ifs, it felt like a lifeline. We'd talk for hours, and for a moment, I would forget the egg. But part of me knew I wasn't being for fair to them.
Okay. What you are describing is so human. Neuroscientists found that breakups lights up the same brain region as physical pain, the anterior cingulate cortex and insula. It's why we crave comfort, almost like reaching for a painkiller. But here's a twist: our brain also idolizes excess during grief. A 2020 study in the Journal of Psychology, Social Psychology, showed that people in emotional distress often remember their past relationship is 20% happier than they actually were. It means your mind rewrites history to keep you hooked. It doesn't mean you weren't happy in your past relationship. You may be happy, but your mind make the memories and feels make you feels like you were 20% more happier than you actually were. And so leaning on Adure wasn't just loneliness, it was your brain trying to replace the dopamine hit your ex once provided. Does that resonate?
Absolutely, I would scroll through old photos, replaying the highlights. It feels safer than facing the void.
uh, Welcome to the segment two, and attachment, that is attachment and self-sabotage. So when Audrey confessed the feeling to you, you pull away. What shifted inside you, Bisal?
Guilt swallowed me. I would think, am I betraying my ex? But
Mhm.
if I hurt Audrey like I was hurt, and honestly, I didn't trust myself. My last relationship crashed. Why wouldn't this one?
Yeah, this is classic anxious attachment and self-sabotage. In the book Attached, psychologists explain that the people with anxious attachment often cling to familiar pain because the unknown feels more riskier to them. You also touch on something called the prophecy of self-doubt. When we believe we are unworthy of love, we subconsciously create situations that confirm that belief, like pushing someone away. Therapists call this repetition compulsion, replaying old pattern to fix the past, but it backfires.
Wow, I never saw it as a pattern, but I have done this before. After my first breakup, I
Mhm.
ghosted someone who cared about me too.
That's the cycle, and society doesn't help. We are fed movies when lovers unite years later, and the song that say "You are my forever person." It makes moving on feels like a betrayal, right?
Exactly. I kept thinking, what if my ex is my soulmate and I'm giving up?
Hmm. So we'll move to segment three, the rebound trap and its fallout. Let's talk about order. You mentioned feeling guilty later. How did that realization hit to you?
Months later, I saw a post of them with someone new. It hit me. I would become the person who hurt me. I used Audrey to fill a hole, then left them with one. I never meant to be, but
Rebounds are like emotional anesthesia. They numb the pain but don't heal the wound. 2019 studies found that 65% of rebound relationships fail within 6 months because they were built on avoidance, not connection. The tragedy, the rebound person often becomes collateral damage. They are left confused, thinking, was any of it real? Meanwhile, the heartbroken person stays stuck because they are avoided doing the real work, grieving.
I was sad, understood that sooner I hurt someone I genuinely cared about.
But guilt isn't the goal here. Awareness is. Healing isn't linear. Let's talk about how you climb out of the cycle. So let's move to the segment four, which is breaking the cycle, therapy, time, and self-compassion.
Therapy saved me. My counselor helped me see how I had tied myself worth to my ex approval. I journaled, cried, and finally deleted their number. I took months. It took months, but I started believing I deserved love even if my past relationships failed.
Mhm. That's self-compassion in action. Dr. Christine Neff's research show that treating yourself with kindness after a breakup reduce rumination and speed emotional recovery. You also mentioned rewriting your narrative, a technique that from narrative therapy. Instead of seeing yourself as the person who got dumped, you shifted to person who grew. That's huge. And time, yeah, it's not just a clean. Brain scan shows it takes 3 to 6 months for dopamine level to stabilize post breakup. Healing isn't passive though. It's active work, setting boundaries, avoiding triggers, and yes, staying single until you're ready. So let's move to the segment five. Listener takeaways: how to heal without harm. So if you are the heartbroken person, name any motive. Are you texting someone new because you are not ready? Grieve out loud without a breakup letter. Right? Like I mean, write the breakup letter you never send. Scream into pillow. Let it out. Protect the new person. If you are not ready, say so. It need times. It's kinder than ghosting. If you are the new person, then spot the red flags. Are you the weak about their ex? Hot and cold, trust your gut. Set boundaries. I care about you. I need clarity. And to everyone, stop romanticizing the past. Love shouldn't feel like a shrine, it should feel like sunlight. So, Mr. Bisal, thank you for your honesty. And to our listener, heartbreak isn't a flaw, it's a proof that you once loved deeply. But remember, clinging to the past can blind you to love you deserve now. If this resonate, share it with a friend. Share it with a friend who is stuck in the cycle. And if you are the order in someone's story, your worth isn't defined by how someone heals. Until next time, be kind to your heart, be kind to yourself. It's doing the best. Thank you.
So welcome. Most welcome.